Hello, welcome to our third and final episode of Turn It Up to 11. My name's Josie and I'll be hosting this episode with Ciaran. Today we'll be discussing rock from the 1990s to the 2000s.
Yeah, we'll be looking at bands like Pearl Jam, Nirvana, Blur, and Oasis.
Nirvana was formed in Aberdeen, Washington State in 1987. Its members featured the infamous Kurt Cobain as the lead guitarist and singer, Chris Novoselic, who is the bassist, and Dave Grohl, who is the band's drummer.
Nirvana's success was founded by their ability to bring mainstream alternative rock and grunge into the world of music.
This was shown especially through the song Smells Like Teen Spirit and its popularity. It's still huge throughout the music world. It has managed to remain almost as popular as when it was first released. The grunge fashion movement scene was all about cheap thrifting and function over fashion. It has been described in many ways, and one of them being the fact that it was an anti-fashion movement.
Whilst many critiqued the look by saying such thing as Kurt is too lazy to use shampoo, others disagreed by saying it was anti-consumerism movement and was designed to go against the manufacturing norm.
It was the exact opposite of the flashy 80s aesthetic people wanted. People wanted their favourite bands to dress more authentically and not to glamorise themselves.
Courtney Love was a definite icon in the 90s, as her and Cobain were in a relationship. She almost seen as a pioneer in the grunge look for girls.
The grunge movement of the early 1990s emerged out of a musical friendships content to be their own, on the outside, reflecting on a sense of isolation and alienation in the music they made. Cobain's style was a combination from both male and female fashion. This and his Seattle thrift store look ran a rhetorical scope of a masculine lumberjack workwear and 40s by the way of 70s feminine dresses.
Cobain was the chief songwriter, wrote all their lyrics and almost all their music. Through Grohl and Novoselic, they contributed to Nirvana's music, as on Aneurysm, which was co-written by all the members of the band.
There is no questioning that Nirvana were and still are the biggest grunge band on the planet. Grunge itself is a term that comes with a fair amount of contention, as its defining qualities borrowed from the ferocity of punk, the downturned dirge of metal, and pop's irresistible songwriting, which has led to claim grunge isn't a genre in its own.
Now we're going to play Smells Like Teen Spirit by Nirvana. Another band that was involved in the pioneer of rock and grunge was Pearl Jam. This band was led by lead guitarist Stone Grossard and Mike McCready, bassist Jeff Allman and Eddie Vedder as the vocalist and guitarist.
The band went through a succession of drummers before finally settling on Matt Cameron.
Pearl Jam made their big debut album in 1991 with 10. This was a major success for them as it managed to get them onto the US Billboard 200 charts for nearly 5 years. It also managed to stay as one of the highest selling rock bands albums ever.
Their success wasn't a one-time thing either, as their next two albums matched or succeeded the first album's release.
Even with the band's major success, they were still able to keep up with everyone's alternative views. They did this by attempting to sue Ticketmaster, although being unsuccessful, their message and point to the company was clear. And now we're going to play a song by Pearl Jam called Even Flow.
Founded in London in 1988, Blur was an indie alternative rock band. It was inspired by groups such as the Kinks and the Beatles. If you've listened to our previous podcast, then you've probably heard us mention them.
The band featured Damon Albarn as a singer, Graham Coxon as the lead guitarist, Alex James as the bassist, and Dan Rowntree as the drummer.
The band's biggest hit was the song Girls and Boys. It was both a hit in the UK and the US, peaking at number 5 on the UK singles chart.
Some of their other success included Modern Life is Rubbish, Park Life, and The Great Escape. Even through bands where success successful, they were not the highest success band at the time, as their rivals were a little band called Oasis.
The two bands' rivalry was dubbed the Battle of Britpop in 1995. During 1997, the band decided to switch up their style. This was seen in their fifth album. They had taken influence from the lo-fi styles of American indie rock.
This was a right move at the time, as this was the third album to top the UK charts.
Oasis originated in Manchester in 1991. The group consisted of Liam Gallagher, the vocalist, Noel Gallagher as the lead guitarist and also lead vocals, Paul Arthurs as the guitarist, Paul McEwen and as the bassist, and Tony McCarroll on drums.
Oasis rose to fame fairly quickly with their first album, Definitely a Maybe, which ended up topping the UK charts in 1994.
It was the fastest selling debut album in British history. During their rivalry with Blur, they then released their next album, What's the Story Morning Glory, in 1995. This was also a huge success after spending 10 weeks at number 1 in the British charts.
They played their final show on the 22nd of August 2009 at the V Festival at Western Park, Sheffield, England. They shortly disbanded after falling out between the brothers. And now we're going to play two songs, one by Oasis and one by Blur, Supersonic and Girl and Boy. Thank you very much, guys, for listening and tuning in to us. Thank you for listening for our short series podcasts from the 50s to up into the grunge music scene. If you want to click the link on the screen, it'll be somewhere in the air, and it'll bring us to our Instagram and all the behind the scenes. Thank you for tuning to Turn Up to 11.